This is Brother Wes coming to you once again, and I do have a message. And I do have a word that I do want to speak to you today concerning the coronavirus. I do have a message, and it's according to the word. I do have a message, but before I give you this message, let me say this. In the right-hand corner, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It's in the right-hand side. And once you subscribe, if you want your bell to ring on your page when I do come on, hit the bell as well. And then whenever I do come on, you will get it firsthand. And so now the message. Now concerning the coronavirus, and so we know that it just seemed like it just came. It had been coming, but now it's here, and so many things have been canceled. League sports been canceled. People losing jobs, and just people just nervous and afraid, and going into the grocery stores and like they're about to lose their mind, and like the world is about to end, or something very horrible is about to end. They're anticipating the worst. But I come to let you know, for the believer, I anticipate the best. I do. Because the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. And one of the things that I want to tell you about the coronavirus is a plague. It's an affliction. And I'm reminded of in the Bible concerning the children of Israel and concerning Babylon. And so Babylon was hit with plagues. And also the Egyptians was hit with plagues. They were hit with all kinds of plagues because of their disobedience. And God gave the children of Israel a command to let her know how she could be blessed, how she could receive the blessings from Him by way of healing. And the reason why God said what He said, and He said that the afflictions that are laid upon the Egyptians, I will not lay them upon you. But the caveat and the condition, if you walk upright before me, that's all you have to do. Obey His word. If you obey His word, then the afflictions won't touch you. But not only, and obeying His word is to come out of her influence, come out of her mindset, come out of her grips, come out of her spell, come out of her clutches, her claws. And so you need to realize that the coronavirus is a plague, and that plague did not come for the believer. It didn't come for the believer. The plague came as a result of a judgment. That's what it came for. And see, God is rewarding the believers. God is rewarding the righteous. But for those that don't believe, for those that will turn their deaf heart against God. And see, this is what it is. That's why God said, rend your heart and not your garment. The Bible also said, God said, the day that you hear my voice, the day. And so God's voice speak in many ways. God's voice speak in pain sometimes. God's voice speak in tragedy sometimes. And see, God is speaking. Even through Brother Kobe, God was speaking. Even through this coronavirus thing, God is speaking. And He's saying, the day that you hear my voice, heart and not your heart. Don't turn away. Rend your heart and not your garment. And see, the thing about it, the Bible said, Jesus said, these people perish for the lack of knowledge. And you want to know why they perish? Because they reject the truth. They reject the knowledge. And see, God is speaking. And so are you going to reject His knowledge? Or are you going to reject His truth? If you reject His knowledge, if you reject His truth, you're going to receive His plagues. You're going to receive the plagues that he's putting on Babylon. You're going to receive the plagues that He's putting on the Egyptians. This is why God told the children of Israel to come out of her, my people. Don't partake in her sin, nor her plagues. Because if you come out of her, I'm going to heal you. He said that the afflictions that I laid upon them, I will not lay them upon you, because I'm God that healeth. And see, God Himself will do the healing. Just also He said concerning even with who was it? It was Solomon. When Solomon had built the house for God, and Solomon was praying and dedicating that house unto God, and God came down and spoke to him and said, if my people, which were called by my name, would humble themselves and pray. And see, this is the thing that we must do. We must humble ourselves and pray. And see, a lot of the believers, they're doing a lot of talking. but they're not humbling. They're doing they're doing a lot of praying, but they're not doing that. But they're doing no humbling. They ain't humbling themselves. They ain't humbling themselves. And so God wants us to humble ourselves and pray. Then after you humble yourself, seek His face, and then turn from your wicked ways. That is the very thing that's holding up so much. That is the very thing that is bringing so many plagues, is wicked ways. Wicked ways, detestful ways, despiteful ways. See, that's what the very thing that God was revenging the house of Ahab and the house of Jezebel for their sins and their plague, how they treated the prophet, how they abused the prophet and they killed the prophet. God said, vengeance is mine, self God. And so if you turn from your wicked ways and come out of her ways, come out of her influence, come out of that mindset of the world, God said, I am going to heal you. Healing belongs to God. God bless you. Hit that bell.